The results weren't the greatest, but I did find my first win in what feels like forever. This last weekend I shot in the Missouri St. Patrick's Day Open, and going into it my dart-itis was at its absolute worst. But with my new set of darts, the Gerwen price back to black, I found myself throwing the best darts that I've thrown in over 2 months. And although they didn't feel great, I can feel my throw coming back and my confidence. And I'm so excited to be back on the dartboard. Let's get into it. So going into this weekend, I was coming off one of my worst tournament performances ever. I played in the Booyah Cup qualifier last week and I lost my first match, and then I lost my first match in the losers bracket. And it was after I lost that second match that I decided I was so desperate and I needed to make a big change. So I decided to buy a new set of darts. I got the Gerwen price back to black 26 grams. And I'm happy that I did because it helped give me the confidence to go into this weekend and throw some of the best darts that I've thrown in over 2 months. Not that they were great, but they were better than they've been. So let's get into the results real quick of this weekend's tournament. It started with the blind draw for 501, and me and my partner did manage to get the win in that event. So it was a great way to get the weekend started. It was my first time throwing with my new darts, and my partner and I were able to get the win. The darts weren't pretty, but we managed to hit big shots when we really needed them. That's what really saved us. And it carried us all the way through to the finals where we got the win. And even though we got the win, it didn't really bring my confidence up too much because I still felt like I was struggling. And then going into cricket, I actually felt better than I did in 01, so that's where I started building some of my confidence back. But unfortunately, all it took was a couple bad darts, and then it brought my confidence back down, and then we got bumped pretty early in the cricket. But I wasn't too upset because I did build up some of my confidence back, and I was looking forward going into the next day. The first event of Saturday was the doubles 501, where I shot with Joe Okupniak, and this was our second time throwing together. The first time was back at the Emmys Wish, where we made it to the semifinals in doubles cricket, and this weekend we played 01 together for the first time. Once again, my darts weren't spectacular, but when it came down to the outs and the pressure shots that we needed to hit, we were able to hit them, and that carried us all the way through to the semifinals. In the semis, we ran into Kevin, Luke, and Eason, and that's where our tournament came to an end. From there, let's go over the singles events, and this is where things were really bad. Both singles 501 and cricket, I got bumped in the first round. The darts weren't terrible, but now all of a sudden I was missing all the pressure shots. In 501, Kevin Luke won the cork on me, so he got to start the game. I opened with a buck 80, ton, and I was looking at a 12 dart finish. From there, I proceeded to completely blow the game by missing 4 game darts. After that, I was not able to recover and I couldn't find my darts again, and I just completely lost it mentally. If I went into this weekend with a strong mindset, I would have been able to recover from that, but since I already had a weak mindset going into it, I just wasn't able to. And cricket was very similar. I had some good shots, I had some good leads, but when it came down to those pressure shots where I had to hit, I wasn't able to capitalize. So singles was completely embarrassing to say the least. And while we're on the topic of embarrassing, let's talk about triples. Bridget and Joe shot good, and I feel bad because I wasn't able to support them. But at the end of the day, triples is always a rough event, especially the first match, and we just weren't able to get the win. So although the results weren't the great, I was happy me and my partner were able to get the win in the 501 blind draw, and it did help me find my throw throughout the weekend and help build my confidence. So now let's get into my dartitis update. Yes, the darts felt as good as they have in over 2 months this last weekend, but I still don't feel great. But I am taking the confidence that I got this weekend and using it to better myself this week. And the darts are really starting to pick up, and now I feel better than I have in a long time. The last couple days of throwing, I have found myself hitting more triples, and I just overall feel more comfortable on the dartboard, which is most important. So now moving forward with my new darts, I really need to put in the work with these, and I'm gonna get in a lot of practice this week, and then this weekend I actually have a tournament down in Chicago. That's a round robin, so I'm gonna be able to get in a lot of darts, and hopefully it's my best tournament of the year so far. I've really been enjoying throwing with my new darts, and one of the big reasons I bought these darts is because they're Gerwen Price signature darts. Gerwen Price is my favorite darts player, and these darts look too cool. I love the matte black finish on these. So throwing my favorite darts player's darts along with how cool they look is helping build my confidence back up and refine my darts throw. I'm gonna be doing an update on my new darts in a couple weeks here once I get in some significant time with them, and also look out for a review. Another highlight of my weekend was able to talk with Danny Baggish, and he helped with my darts throw. I explained to him all the struggles that I'm going through, not being able to grip the dart, not being able to follow through, having my darts do one of these as it goes to the dartboard, and he took the time out of his day to have a talk with me and try to help work me through it. This was awesome because Danny Baggish is one of the best dart players here in North America, and I love when those top players take the time to talk to the lower level players and help them get better. I appreciate Danny taking the time to talk to me and help me. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this one. Overall, I consider the weekend a success because it's helping me find my darts throw again and build my confidence, even though the results weren't the greatest. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you're new to Bullshot Darts, make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop the video a thumbs up. Some videos should have popped up over here. Click one, click them both. Make sure you go follow Bullshot Darts on Facebook and Instagram as well. I'll see you guys in the next one, and shoot well.